friends, and welcome to Life in Envelopes. I am Jennifer Bleecher. This channel is all about planning, budgeting, and my very exciting journey from full-time teacher to full-time Etsy shop owner and YouTuber. So if that is something that you would like to see, then please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you along on this journey. Today we are going to set up my May budget, and I am so excited. Last month in April, we did a bare bones budget, and I realized a couple of things about myself with the, wise words of Dave Ramsey and the Budget Mom. So Dave Ramsey says you either make more money or spend less. Well, the bare bones budget taught me that we are already at the lowest point that I want to be at and that I'm happy at. So at this point, we have to make more money, which means I know how much we have to make in order to be happy, for me to be happy. And also, the Budget Mom always says that it's not just about, well, I'm going to totally screw it up, you guys. But basically, it's not just about budgeting and paying off debt, but you actually have to enjoy life too along the way. So, that's where we're at. So this is my reduced spending budget, but still enjoying life budget. Okay, so let's start with the Budget by Paycheck Workbook, and then we'll move to the Plum Paper notebook in a little bit. I wanted to share this new month's quote with you guys. It says, "Finding happiness with what you have today will save you from always wanting more in the future." I really like this quote. So I thought I needed to share that with you guys. So that is the quote for May. Let's start by setting up my May monthly spread. I'm going to be using a sticker kit from my Etsy shop. So this pattern is called Baba, and it was inspired by my late mother-in-law for Mother's Day, which is in May. So I think I should use this kit this time. I love this kit. So here we have the top washi. I have to do this month, goals this month, payday stickers, and then I have the days of the week, date dots, and then the sidebar that goes here. I have to cut it into two because when I ship it, if I were to ship it like this, the top would get bent, and I don't want that to happen. So I cut it in half. And then this is actually thick washi from my Budget Mom Live Rich Planner full size monthly kit add-on. This is the thick washi from that, but it's part of the Baba design. I just don't have a thick washi add-on for this one. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna play some music and we'll get this all set up. Okay, it is time to set up my key here with all of my category stickers. These stickers are from my friend Cara Jo Plans. She has an Etsy shop. I have a link to her Etsy shop down below, as well as a discount code. There's also a link to my Etsy shop for these stickers and a discount code for you as well. Okay, so I'm going to set up my budget category key here. The way I do this is every week I come in and I share with you guys where we spent our money that week. And I do it color-coded depending on the category. So we have bills and debt. These are our fixed expenses. So there's very little variance with these as far as when they are due and how much. Those pretty much stay the same. Then we have our variable expenses, food, probably our biggest variable expense. So this medical is for things like co-payments and pharmacy visits. It's not for medical debt. All of our medical debt has been paid off. That was very exciting when we did that. Don't know why medical debt bothers me so much, but it does. We have household expenses for things like cleaning products, paper goods, things like that, and other household expenses. And then finally, we have sinking funds and cash envelopes. Okay, so those are all my budget categories. Let's move over to the first week in May. I budget week to week instead of paycheck to paycheck. I know that the Budget Mom's method is a paycheck to paycheck method, but she also says you have to do what works for you, and what works for me is doing a week to week budget. So that's what I do. So this here, I'm actually going to make a video explaining this, but I've revamped our sinking funds and cash envelopes. So I already wrote all that information down so that I was able to withdraw the money from the bank on Friday so that I could film it this weekend for you guys. And that's going to be coming out later this week. Okay, I have not had a chance to film it yet. Okay, so let's go to the first paycheck. So how did I do that last month? Let me see. I wrote, week 1. Okay, so just read week 1. And for the date range, this is going to be for the week of May 2nd through May 8th. So I do all of my pre-budgeting in Excel and Excel spreadsheet. I have gotten questions about if I would share how I do this, and I will do that, but it's going to have to wait until I'm done teaching because I already have a really tight schedule and I can't really add anything extra right now. Okay, so for income, we have a rollover of $1,000. When I close out the month, I end with a rollover of $1,000, and then anything extra we put towards our goals, which is either a savings goal, which is what we're doing right now, or debt snowball goal. But right now we're working on our savings goal. So we're going to roll over $1,000, and then we have David's pay, $1,834. That's how much he makes for 1 month of work as a janitor. And then we're going to have my Etsy and YouTube income. I'm paying myself once a month on the 1st, all of the money, the take-home pay that I made the month before. That way I have more control over what's going on with the budget. I was doing it as I got paid, and it was just too stressful to not know how much I was going to be bringing in. So now I save it all up, and then on the 1st of the following month, I pay myself. I actually have not done the last paycheck yet, but my goal was $1,000. So I'm going to put that in there. That might actually end up being a different amount. These two I know for sure exactly what they are. This might be a different amount. So altogether, that's $3,834. Okay, so let's come down to the bills that are going to come out this week. These are our fixed expenses. We're going to have our mortgage, which will be $1,337. Let's see. So State Farm I wouldn't usually write State Farm, but it already came out. It came out the last week of the previous month. Sometimes it comes out the last week of a month or the first week of the following month. It's a little bit stressful. I'd rather just come out at the same time every month. Okay, so that's it for bills, our fixed expenses. So let's move down now to my envelopes. So these are cash envelopes, which for me means variable expenses. Some of them are literally cash envelopes, and some of them, the money does stay in the bank, but it is a variable expense, so I put it here. Let's see. So we have food, spending, gas, unbudgeted. Whew, I am so happy to bring that back. I'm so happy to bring spending back. We did not have those last month in our bare bones budget. Medical. House. Is that it? Okay, that's it. And then we have sinking funds. And I'm just going to write the total amount. I have the breakdown on the following page right here. And like I said, I'm going to go over that with you guys later this week. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's good. It's really good, you guys. So $300 this week will go towards sinking funds. Okay, so let's go back here. Sorry, let's go back down to variable expenses. So for food, we're budgeting $150. That's for 1 week for a family of 4. Spending is $60. Wait a second, is that right? Yes, that's right. Logan, so this includes Logan's allowance. He gets $20 a month. We were doing $5 a week, so that's $20 a month. Now I'm giving it to him at the beginning of the month to teach him budgeting and how to manage his money. So far, he has spent it, all of it. Like, I've done this for this is the first month, so he just spent all of it. But hopefully he will learn that it's better to budget and have money throughout the month and not spend it all as soon as you get it. So, so food $150, spending $60. Oh, it's $20 for Logan, $20 for David, $20 for me. Gas. Oh, I just thought of a bill I need to add. Okay, so gas is $15. We're going to come back and add that bill in a second. Gas is $15 a week. Unbudgeted, we're doing $25 a week for unbudgeted. Medical, we're doing $50. And house, we are doing $50. Okay, back up here. I don't have this in my spreadsheet, so I'll need to add it. But we are doing lawn care now that the weather is nice and we need our grass cut about once a week. So we're doing lawn care for $20. We're going to budget $20 for that this week. If we get it cut, we need to pay $20. Okay, so let me add all this up and let's see where we are at. So we have, so $1,337 plus 20, that's $1,357. So our total for bills is $1,357. So we had $3,834, sorry, $3,834. We're spending $1,357 on bills. That is $2,477. So I'm going to bring that down here. Okay, so I'm going to add up all of my variable expenses for this week. So our variable expenses come to $350. So we had $2,477 minus $350. That brings us to $2,127. Okay, I'm going to bring that amount up here to our sinking fund. So $2,127. We're going to take $300 away from that. Makes $1,827. So we have $1,827. Okay, so here, I changed this, didn't I? Let's see, what did I do? I changed those last month. Yes, rollover, I thought so. Rollover and savings. Oh, I get it. Okay, so we're not paying any extra debt. Here, we'll do this as rollover. Okay, so this is our rollover category because I roll over everything week to week until I get to the last week, and then I either pay extra debt or I pay extra savings. So our rollover is going to be $1,827, bringing us down to a leftover amount of 0. I like to zero out my account at the end of each week. Over here, we're not going to do extra savings this week, so I'm just going to draw a line across that. And down here, I'm just going to write that we zeroed out the budget. Okay, so that is what's going to happen this week. I'm super excited that we have extra money for food. I'm glad to have our spending money back. I'm glad to have a little bit of a cushion there with unbudgeted expenses, so I'm super excited. And the sinking funds are super, super exciting. Okay, so that is it for the Budget Mom Budget by Paycheck workbook. We're gonna move over now to my Plum Paper notebook and get everything else set up for the month. So this is just a notebook from Plum Paper, and they cost $16. If you have never made a purchase with Plum Paper before, you can email me at jbleecher@gmail.com, and I can get you a unique 10% off discount code for your first order. Okay, so let's come here. Let's see, yep. This is where we're going to start. The kit I'm using is my May Romance pattern. So we have sinking funds, and I'm going to do 2 sinking funds this month. We're doing it on the 1st and then on the 20th. I have my weekly check-in, and I need to check to see if there are 4 or 5 weeks. Let me look again. So I do a weekly check-in every Saturdays, and we already did yesterday. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to set up 4 weeks, and what I check in on are my variable expenses. So these are the items I'm going to check in on. So I'm going to just put that off to the side so I can copy it down when it's time. And then we will do the debt snowball. You know, I think I didn't do April, but I think I should go back and do it. Even though we're working on a savings challenge, we're still making payments to cards, and our balance is still going down. So I think I should need to mark that, because looking here, it's fun to see our progress. Like here in March, we had a grand total of $21,016 paid off, which was super exciting, you know, for a family who's never been able to pay off anything. It was super, super exciting to reach that goal. Okay, so I am going to start with the weekly check-in, and I like to do it going across 2 pages facing each other so I can see everything. Okay, I love the way that looks. Turned out very nice. Okay, so next I'm going to set up my sinking funds, and we're going to do sinking funds twice. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay down the first 2 stickers and leave the total for later, because since I haven't filmed the sinking funds video yet, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, what's going to happen. So we'll just set up the top for now, and then I'll put the extra stickers in the back. Okay, so these extra ones I'm just going to put in the back pocket. I love when planners have back pockets so I can stick my extra stickers. Okay, so now the last page I'm going to set up is my debt snowball. And I was just thinking, even though this says debt snowball, since I'm still paying off debt, just with minimal amounts right now, I was going to stop doing my debt snowball updates, but I think instead what I will do are debt updates. So because it's still going to go down month to month, and I still want to track that. Let's see, I think I'm going to need, let's see. Okay. So I start with how much I paid off that month. That's it, baby. I know you're on a roll. Okay, so there we have it. If you enjoyed today's video, will you please give it a thumbs up? And I will see you all again next time. Bye, everyone.